Hey guys, I just want to let you know I'm giving away a free copy of my course. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment saying something about the course. And I'm going to pick somebody from the channel, maybe even two people. Let's do two people. I'm going to give away two copies of it. Just be a subscriber or subscribe and leave a comment below. And we're going to get you a free copy of the course and I'll send you instructions for that. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hey guys, it's Hink here. And so today we're going to be talking about the Bathmate. So the Bathmate is something that I have a love and hate relationship with, but regardless of how I feel about it, I think it's very important that people know how to use it safely, how to use it effectively, how to get a reasonable idea of what pressure to use, and also some of my tips and tricks for success using the Bathmate. So stay with me. We're going to break all of that down today. Before we start, guys, I can't stress enough how important it is to have a pump with a gauge where you know what pressure you are using. And so I'm always going to say that's superior. I just want to get that out of the way right now. But if you've already bought this, I know this is expensive, and so we're going to do the best we can with what we have. So I'm going to go through my routine on how to use it correctly. So guys, the first thing you should do is basically go through all of the information on the Bathmate website, which in the instructions panel on how they recommend using it, because ultimately I'm a clown in a mask. Like, what do I know about anything? But the point is, I'm going to go over how I recommend using it. The first thing you should do is with your flaccid pee-pee, okay, you should fill this up with warm water and you should just apply it and let your D just soak in the warm water. The warm water is going to help to open up the vasculature in the area, open up the lymphatic channels, and overall just help your D relax and put it in a state that's more prone to enlargement. So no pumping, no pressure release, no nothing like that. Let that sit for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And then you can pour this out, fill up your pump again. This is going to be your actual first warm-up set. And so you can put the pump on, maybe just give it just gentle, maybe 1 to 2 gentle pumps just so you achieve a little negative pressure in there. And then your D is going to start to engorge with blood. As your D engorges with blood, so you have it compressed to here, as it engorges with blood, it's going to start opening back up again because there's going to be equilibrium of pressure in the chamber. So you're probably going to have to keep squirting it out a little bit as more and more pressure goes into your dick and your dick starts getting bigger and bigger within the pump. Eventually, there's going to be a point in the pump where your D is basically fully engorged and the pressure has normalized. You want that to be, especially if you're using like the Hydro or the Hydro Max, to be, I would say, no more than about halfway compressed. And let that sit for maybe just a minute or two. So the total amount of time in the warm-up set is about 5 minutes. Now, I personally use a watch timer on my phone, and as soon as I basically put this on here, I hit start button on the watch timer, or I have it set on my phone and I can just adjust my bezel here to see, okay, I started at that time and that's what time I'm going to start to watch for. So after that time is up, like I said, about 4 or 5 minutes, you're going to take the pump off and just kind of relax for a second. You can do a gentle massage if you want to. I don't think that's necessary. But when you take the pump off from that warm-up set, you're going to know that your D is thick, it's full, what I would call a chub, okay, or a solid chub. Next, you're going to start your working sets. Now, guys, this is completely dependent on what pressure you use. If you haven't seen my video on Bathmate pumping pressures, please check that out. I break down all of that information about basically what the pressure is in these different models and how to know what pressure that you should use. Now, that being said, guys, I have also incorporated a Bathmate section into my actual enlargement course, okay? The link is in the description below. All of this information is available for free on the different videos that I have. So guys, in the course, I actually break down like what to do before you get started, the different parts of the equipment that is actually involved in the Bathmate, the appropriate setup positioning, proper use, including the different warm-up sets, set times, pressures, post-pump care, the difference between air versus water pump, what gains are realistic using just the Bathmate alone versus using it with combined length and girth work, important information that you need to know, different tips and tricks, some of which I'm going to talk about on this video, appropriate hygiene for this, and even privacy. And so if you want a broken down step-by-step guide, one-stop shop, it is available. Link is in the description below, but let's get back to it. So after you did the set with the warm water, your actual warm-up set, then it's time for your working sets, guys. Now, what I recommend in a working set is 5-minute sets, and I think 3 5-minute sets is appropriate. Eventually, with time, you can work up to 3 7-minute sets at the maximum, in my opinion. Now, what that would look like, once again, it depends on the pressure that you're using. This is a Hydro Max. The Hydro Max has a maximum pressure of about 14 inches of mercury. So that means once you are trained and are used to going to higher pressures, I think you can compress this about 90%, meaning if all the way compressed is 100%, just about 10% less than that. guys, it's an estimation. Like I see, either see my course or see the video that I talked about pumping pressures, but you have to get an estimate and you have to gradually work up to that amount. Let's say you've worked up to where you can tolerate a pressure of about 90% of this. Then you would put the pump on, gradually and gently push the water out. Guys, you have to understand, especially this model where you're pressing it into your pelvis, you can, number one, damage your suspensory ligament by pressing this. If this part is too low on your penis, it's going to press right at that suspensory ligament where that dorsal nerve of the penis comes out, and you can actually damage your penis by jamming this into your pelvis. Number two is that if you squirt out that water too fast, it causes a dramatic and immediate rise in pressure, which can put too much pressure on your D in the tube and actually lead to penile injuries. Part of how I started this whole thing was talking about penile injuries, and a lot of it was guys saying, I used a Bathmate, I put it on, I pumped the pressure out too fast, I heard a pop, my D went flaccid, and I've had issues ever since. So please, guys, pump very slowly and make sure that it's in the right position when you actually place the pump on. But you're going to put the pump on, you're going to slowly pump the pressure out, and once again, guys, same thing. As you pump out the pressure, okay, your D is going to engorge with blood again, and then you're going to have to keep compressing the water out in order to get a pressure where the bellows stay compressed. Once again, with this model, I think it's safe to go about 90%. If you have the Hydro, I think it's safe to compress about 100%. And if you have the Hydro Max Extreme, I think it's safe to compress about 85% as you can tolerate. You started your timer, you've compressed this eventually, especially since you already are starting with the chub, your D is going to reach an equilibrium. You want your set time to stop at 5 minutes. At the end of your set, your D should be maximally engorged and it should start to swell. And because of the refraction of water, your D is going to look bigger than it ever has because the water refraction actually makes things look about 1/3 bigger than they actually are, okay? So guys, just keep that in mind. But then once you've reached that, you'll flip the little pip here, okay? Relax the pressure and you will decompress the pump. I would say take somewhere between 90 to 120 seconds to just relax. You can do some gentle massage. You could even do some gentle stimulation to get the blood back flowing into your organ before you go on to the next set. I don't think you need any more than about 120 seconds or 2 minutes in between sets. And you would put the pump on, and guys, you would repeat that exact same process. Put it on, pump it up. The more hard you are when you go in the pump, the less of that like equilibrium period where you're going to have to keep pumping it up and the pressure is going to adjust in there. But I do think that pumping with an erection is a more advanced technique, and I don't recommend that, especially for you guys that are starting off. But once you have experience, you're used to this, I do think it is something that can benefit with gains long term. So guys, you're going to repeat that process. So you have your warm set, okay, with the warm water. Then you're going to have your warm up set, which is just using warm water and mild pressure. Then you're going to have your 3 to 4 working sets of 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how much time you want to do, with about 90 to 120 seconds in between your sets. Pretty much as simple as that, guys. I don't think it's rocket science. I don't think it needs to be made complicated. Now, guys, what I don't like is that if you actually look at the Bathmate instructions on the website, which, guys, trust those instructions. I'm a clown in a mask. But they even recommend jelqing. I'm not going to have the picture on the screen because it's YouTube, but look at these instructions. It says massage your PP, form an okay grip, and gently slide your grip from the base of your D, stopping at the glands. That's literally by definition jelqing. I don't think anybody should ever be jelqing. I don't, and I can't believe it blows my mind that they're actually recommending this. And guys, the other thing about the website is they have instructions like this. It's just kind of generic instructions like, yeah, use the pump for a little bit, do what feels right, use a pressure that feels right, like make sure you don't do too much. I just don't think it gives actually proper guidance. They give no kind of basis to even estimate pressure. They don't say like, okay, do I use maximum pressure? Do I use halfway pressure? It's just kind of generic resources, at least in my experience. That's just my opinion. You guys do your own research, go to the website, see for yourself if you've already bought this. Now, guys, I did talk about the pressure that was used. It was funny. So I have my calculations based on what the website says. But I was like, let me just ask ChatGPT, like, what are the recommendations that they say for this? And they basically put up this chart here and is like, this is how you convert. And it says, and this is according to a Reddit user sharing personal experiences. And I was like, I wonder who that is. Guys, it was my fudging Reddit post from like 4 years ago about using the Bathmate. And so just so you know, be careful with chat GPT recommendations, because it's just a rando guy like me on YouTube that it's like, okay, well, I guess this is all I can find, so that's what I'm going to suggest. But it was kind of funny that they're using my stuff on chat GPT. I'm really not trying to like crap on the Bathmate company, but I do think it's important to understand that they use kind of tricky language, okay? So like here it says proven safe. Our device is FDA registered. FDA registered does not mean FDA approved or FDA recommended. It doesn't even mean that the FDA says this is a safe device to use. It simply means that they registered the device with the FDA. That's all it means. You can't declare any kind of safety or lack thereof with or without that FDA registered notification, okay? So just be aware of stuff like that. Now, guys, just a few of like my tips and tricks that I'll just give you, okay? First of all, I think if you end up taking like 20 to 25 minute shower just to use the thing, that's number one, a waste of resources. Number two, it can get expensive if you're using your own basically bills, utilities. What I recommend is that even if, especially when it gets colder, you could even go into the shower with like a hoodie on, just don't have on any pants, and just fill this up with water. You can even do it in the sink. I've even seen some guys that'll get a big like Tupperware thing of water, put it underneath their chair, and then they'll actually just put water on this and just squirt this out into the actual like tub. And so you don't have to actually be in the shower to use this, but this is one of the biggest drawbacks of using this, is that this is not very good for air, and it does absolutely work best when you are using like water and it's in a shower. But you don't have to have the shower running, okay? And you certainly don't have to have the water running over your body. I would not recommend adding any kind of salt or additive. So like somebody's like, oh, put a little Epsom salt in there. Like, I don't recommend that, guys. And first of all, like, we don't know how that's going to affect the actual internal pieces of this pump. It could potentially void any warranty that you might have, but I don't think it helps with any additional gains. This is an obvious one, but guys, make sure your pubes are shaved, okay? Or at very least trimmed, okay? Here's a hack for you, okay? If you're trying to know if you have a good seal, okay, if you put this on your thigh and you can press down and you get a good seal that way, but yet when it's on your pelvis, you press down and you don't get a good seal, then that means the problem is something on your pelvis. It means that the pump is fine. It's just, it's not working where it's at on you. So just shave. You could even consider putting something like Vaseline around the edge there to create a seal, or consider taking out the comfort pad. Personally, for me, I find it more comfortable without the comfort pad in place. And the last thing is a more advanced technique, but I do think the better your erection quality is going into the pump, the better gains you're going to have. The more time under pressure is going to be, because your D is already at max internal pressure. So when you add the additional pressure, it's just going in to actually like stretching and dilating your penis. The other thing is that, in my hypothesis, is that when you are fully erect, there is less kind of interstitial space between basically the corpora of your penis and your skin. And so you're going to get less edema that way. And that's something that I've experienced after 5 years of doing this. Guys, if you haven't seen my videos on 5 years of PE, check it out. Guys, I have a lot more that I could say about this. And of course, guys, like, I'm not trying to put anything behind a paywall, but I talk about all of this in the course that I've added on Bathmate. It's part of the enlargement course. If you've already bought the enlargement course before, all of this will be free for you with no additional charge. But if you haven't bought the course and you're interested, the link will be in the description below. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Remember, be the best version of yourself. There's nothing wrong with self-improvement, but you are enough just as you are. Peace and love.
Dr. Hink got the plug on the health, yeah. Got you thinking about your wealth, yeah. In his office, no stealth, yeah. Pinnacle of that below the belt, yeah. Checks and balance, he's managing. Working miracles, no damage. Got you covered, no panicking. In the clinic, no vanishing. Yeah, with Doc